What's up guys, I'm Joey and this is Performance Outdoor. Today we're looking at the Yoler wood burning camp stove. Before we get into that, this is your first time checking out one of my videos. Really appreciate you guys stopping by. I'm into all things outdoors, but my favorite thing is finding awesome products that don't break the bank. So if that's something you're into as well, hopefully you'll consider subscribing to my channel and checking out some of my other videos. Now looking at this camp stove, this is from a company called Yoler. Yoler is into all things around the campsite related. So they have a few different bonfire systems, little wood burning stoves like this, camp chairs, just a lot of things that make the camp experience a little bit more pleasant. This though is the stainless steel camp stove, and the folks over at Yoler were nice enough to send it to me to check out, and I've gotten the opportunity to play with it quite a bit. And my initial impressions are that I really like it. It's kind of a cool product. And I'm gonna show you guys the use of this as well as a surprise product that they sent me that actually surprised me quite a bit. It's something that I'm gonna be using beyond just the campsite. I'm probably gonna start using it at home and even in the kitchen. It's a really cool little product that I wanna show you guys about. But first, looking at this camp stove. Now, this is a stainless steel collapsible camp stove. It is incredibly easy to use and set up. Their website actually says that it takes 10 seconds to set up, and that's the absolute truth. It goes together in a snap. It's a really cool little system, and it's really versatile as well. You can actually raise and lower the cooking grates because it has multiple spots on the side. And you can flip it over as well, and you have a few different options as far as how high you want the actual cooking part to go. So this is where you put your wood, your coals, your whatever you're going to be using as your primary fuel to cook with. And it's a pretty cool little system. It is 7.9 inches wide by 7.1 inches tall and 6.1 inches deep, and it weighs in at 1 pound 12 ounces. Now, I'm obsessed with any type of gear that has a really good case as well, and this comes with a really solid case that this whole system fits into really nicely. Got fire going. Now, I've used it a couple of different ways. Obviously, I've used it with wood, I've used it with coals, had a little bit of a learning experience with coals as far as a little bit of a flare up when I was cooking some sausages, and I realized that I needed to be able to lower the actual height of the cooking tray, and I had some issues with that, and here's me struggling trying to lower it. But the cool thing is, once you figure out like the proper height for the different type of fuel, you get that dialed in and you really won't have any issues with it again. The next time I cook with coals, I'm just gonna lower the cook rate all the way down, and I don't think I'm gonna have any issues with those flare-ups again. Another thing that I really like about this is you don't actually have to have the bottom piece installed, and this is where like the coals or the wood go. You can remove this and use it as a windscreen, or if you had a larger pot and you were worrying about it tipping, or you just wanted a little bit of extra stability here, you can just have your little camp stove inside it, a little bit of protection from the wind, and cooking with a larger pot right on top. You're not gonna have to worry about it tipping over. So I like that. I know a lot of the different wood stoves that are out there aren't quite as versatile, where you would be able to do this. So something cool, something you might want to consider. So my overall impression of the Yoler camp stove is that I really like it. It's cool, it's something different. I really like that it compacts down really small. It has a really good carrying case. It's stainless steel, so it's gonna last a long time. Don't have to worry about rust or anything. However, there's a couple of things I don't really like about it. Is one, you saw me really struggling to lower the bottom grate when I was actually cooking. I had tongs on it and I was pinching this pretty hard, so that was stable, and I couldn't get the arms out, like the sides to unfold to clip it and lower it. Now, I don't see that as a big issue longer term because I kind of have this dialed in now, and I know that I'm going to need to pretty much always have it cooking at the lower setting whenever I have actual like food on top, to avoid some of those flare-ups and burning your food. So now that I have it dialed in, I don't think it's going to be an issue, but at the same time, like, I wish it was a little bit easier to lower that while I was actually using it. And the other thing is it comes with the windscreen, and I never used it once. It slides into the front here, and it doesn't really like connect or nest in anywhere really cleanly. Like the whole thing is designed so like the top grate has these little cutouts exactly where it goes. Everything, it's really obvious exactly how to use it. With this, like the windscreen, it can slide all the way down to the bottom, which is absolutely pointless. I think to use it, you actually tilt it in a little bit and have it resting on the grate. I don't know. I mean, it's not something that I used, and honestly, it's probably not something I would use. And in the actually case, like when I got it, it didn't have any instructions. So when I was first putting this together, I was like, what the heck is this thing? So don't think this is gonna be something that I actually will use or carry with me, which the plus side is at 1 pound, 12 ounces, that's including this. So I'm probably just gonna throw this in my gear bag, or my, stow it somewhere at home and never bring it out with me. So it's saving a little bit of weight there. But overall, it's just really cool. I actually really enjoyed it. Me and my boys had a great time just keeping the fire going. Since it's a small fire, you have to maintain it. You have to be a little bit more attentive to it. And we actually really enjoy just kind of sitting around throwing sticks and pine cones in there. So it's something really cool. Would it be in my backpacking setup if I was trying to save on space as well as weight? Probably not. But if I'm just going car camping or just like a quick overnight and I have a little bit of extra room, probably going to be something that I bring because it's just kind of a neat little item. Now the other thing that Yoler sent me that I'm really excited about is the pour over coffee maker. This thing was just really cool. This is a total surprise. It's a really inexpensive item, stainless steel, and it folds down really flat. It's lightweight. It just takes a regular like a cone coffee filter, and I was surprised at how much I enjoyed this. I'll actually keep this in my kitchen and probably use this in the kitchen from time to time. I'll throw it in my backpack as well. I'm always playing with different systems to make coffee on the trail. Like I really enjoy the Coleman French press, as well as just using regular instant coffee. But this is just something it's kind of neat. I really enjoyed it. It does come with a caveat that you have to bring paper filters with you as well, but I mean, they're super cheap, they're super lightweight, they're not very big, so really not much of an issue there. But this is just really neat, and I really enjoyed it. So this was a surprise item that really had me smiling, that I really enjoyed. All right, guys, so that is it for me in the Yoler backpacking stove and pour over coffee system. If you guys enjoyed this video, hopefully you'll consider subscribing to my channel and giving me a like. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments below, and we'll see you next time.